Travellunch Meatballs and Mash potato packet. As you can see from the instructions, it suggests that you open the pouch, remove the meat packet and add some water to it. Stir it well, leave it for 5 minutes and form the patties. Then need to measure out 300 ml of boiling water and pour it into the pouch with the potato flakes and stir it well. So I'm about to do that, but I can't help thinking that it would definitely be a faff when you're out hiking.
First question I asked myself was, how much water is the right amount of water? I wasn't really sure, so I just kept adding water until the consistency felt okay, and this is the finished product about to go into the frying pan. As you can see, there are crumbs and bits all over the place, and I actually found it quite difficult forming them into patties, and I cook regularly, so it's not necessarily down to my skills. Maybe it is.
The last of the patties going into the pan, and I wonder whether they're going to hold their shape, but I'll fry them. The other thing which occurred to me was you would have to have some oil with you unless you have a non-stick pan, which I certainly don't in my cooking system, and that would also be a little bit of a hindrance for me. Okay, so next up to make the mash, and I am now pouring in 300 ml of boiling water. Give it a good stir as instructed on the package. Here we go. The patties are crumbling slightly, but they seem to be cooked through. So I'm going to put them in with the mashed potato and let's see how we go. There we go, the finished article. Travellunch's Meatballs and Mash. So it actually tastes really nice. The meatballs have got a lot of flavour in them, and the mashed potato has been really well seasoned too. So from that perspective, it's great. It's relatively easy to eat as well. The pouch has kept the potato mash quite warm, but I would probably want to have a way of sealing the bag again just to keep it nice and hot. On balance, my verdict of this is that it's great food, tastes really nice, maybe a little bit on the dry side. In terms of calories, it's 460 calories for 100 grams of the dry product. The pouch contains 125 grams, so you're probably looking at around about 560 calories odd for the meal, which is great at the end of a day out on the hills. However, the biggest stumbling block for me is definitely the faff you have to go through to actually make the meal. Making the meatballs is quite complicated. Well, not complicated, but it's definitely messy. I ended up with meatball mixture all over my fingers, which you would have to, and it's quite greasy, so you'd have to find a good way of washing your hands or have an antibacterial soap with you and lots of it to get that gunge off your fingers. I would also have to carry a pan specifically to cook the meat patties on, and carry olive oil or some sort of oil, even a little bit of it, just to fry them with so they didn't stick to the bottom of the pan. So from my perspective, in terms of a meal that I would take out while camping with me, definitely not. But fine if you're camping alongside your car, or in a caravan or a mobile home. But I guess if you're doing that, you don't need to have a dehydrated meal. So great taste, too much faff. Thank you for listening and watching.